What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is Mark coming back at y'all again. And y'all, I have some terrible news. Now, I was planning on doing a video again today, but after when I was looking on my phone earlier today, like I was getting a whole bunch of notifications on my phone, like from Fox News or from ABC News or from NBC News and stuff like that. And I found out that the singer Natalie Cole had passed away on yesterday. Um, She passed yesterday, and I have everything in my notes real quick, so I'm gonna just read them, real quick. She passed away yesterday, in Cedar's Sinai Medical Center. I hope I pronounced it right. And it was in her hometown of Los Angeles, California. And she was only 65 years old when she passed. And for some reason, I thought she was a little bit older than that because, she's been in the game for a long time. And I figured she will be a little bit older than that, like maybe in her 70s at least. But anyhow, I was just very devastated, when I first heard that she passed away on yesterday. And, I was almost about to cry because, she's such an icon and she's done so much in the music industry, and she really left her mark in the music industry as well. And, I'm going to be um, telling her accolades and all this stuff while I'm doing this video on YouTube, you know, just to say what all she's done in the music industry and what kind of impact that she made, in the music industry as well. So I'm gonna just give it to y'all real quick. Um, Natalie Cole was a 9-time Grammy Award winner, and she sold over 30 million records. Excuse me. She sold over 30 million records worldwide, and her best-selling record or her best-selling album to her best-selling album was Unforgettable with Love, which came out in 1991, which happens to be the same year I was born, by the way. And that record sold like 7 million copies just in the United States alone. So, that's a major accomplishment. And not to mention, of course, we all know that she is the daughter of the late great Nat King Cole, who passed away in 1965 from lung cancer. And and by the way, Natalie Cole started singing at 6 years old, on her father's Christmas album, and she began performing at 11 years old when she was auditioning for her father. So, she always had a passion for singing even from a very early age. And of course, we all know that she comes from a very musical family. Like her parents, like her mother, Marla Ellington, who was a former Duke Ellington orchestra singer, and of course, we all know the late great Nat King Cole, who was a great singer as well. And now I mostly know Natalie Cole from her big hits such as This Will Be an Everlasting Love and I Got Love on My Mind. Like that's pretty much the only two songs that I know from her. And I know she got plenty of other hits as well, but those are the main two that I really know from Natalie Cole. And we all know that she had suffered from drug addiction, especially from early on in her career. Like she battled with heroin and crack cocaine and fag. She was even arrested one time in 1975 in Toronto, Canada, for possession of heroin. And there were times when her drug addiction got out of control. That there were instances where she would like refuse to leave the evacuate a burning building, and she almost let her son drown in the family swimming pool at the time. While she was on drugs and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's just terrible. But anyhow, moving on from that, like Natalie Cole has been married 3 times. Natalie Cole was first married to let me see. She was first married to Marvin Nancy, who was, excuse me, he was a member of the '70s R&B group the Independents, which I never really heard of them. And they stayed married for 4 years, and they had a son together, and which is her only child, Robert Yancey. A year later, who was born in 1977. So they got divorced 4 years later. They got married from 1976 all the way from 1980. And by the way, her first husband ended up dying from a heart attack or a stroke or something like that in 1985, and he was only 34 years old. And okay, her second marriage was to Andre Fisher, who was a drummer and producer for the band Rufus. And their marriage had lasted from 1989 to 1995, which is like 6 years. So, that's not very long. And then finally, her third marriage was to Bishop Kenneth Dupree, and they got married in 2001 and ended up divorcing in 2004. So that they only been married for 3 years. And she is preceded by her death of her father and her brother Nat Kelly Cole, who passed away in '95, and her older sister Carol Cole, who died on a day that she received the transplant in 2009. And by the way, Natalie Cole was diagnosed with hepatitis C and ended up having to get like a kidney transplant back in May of 2009, and I think that's what her sister ended up dying from when she received the transplant. And she's survived by her son Robert Yancey and her younger twin sisters. Let me see, her younger twin sisters. Hold on for a second, y'all. She's survived by her younger twin sisters Timbaland and Casey Cole. I think I pronounced Timbaland's name right, but anyhow, she released an autobiography called "Angel on My Shoulder" back in 2000, and that's pretty much it. She has done so much in the music industry, and she happens to be a star in her own right. Like, she's not just known for being Nat King Cole's daughter. Like, she's also known for being an iconic figure, in the music industry as well. And my prayers and my prayers goes out to her and her family who are going through this difficult time right now. And that's basically all I have to say. I'm just want to let y'all know to just keep her and her family in her prayers, because this is a very difficult time right now. Like, we just lost a great iconic singer, and she will be greatly missed, and she will never be forgotten. And in the meantime, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.